Hi everybody, welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit and Cross Stitch podcast slash FlossTube. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl. Dammy's not with me today. Today is actually Wednesday the 4th of March 2020, and this is episode, I think it's 385 or 386. One of the two. It'll have been on the screen already. So, welcome back to all of our returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. This is not a normal episode. This is another Stitch with Me, because tomorrow I am going to First Thursday at Acorns and Threads. And I normally go to Seattle on Thursdays to record the podcast with Dammy. And since I can't do that, I'm recording another Stitch with Me. So let me tell you what I'm stitching. You can actually probably tell. It's a Pusheen cat. So this is from a little kit. Let's see. We need to hold it here. I learned this from last time. Pusheen, a cross stitch kit, and it has 3 different patterns in it. I've already completed one of them, and this is the second one I'm working on. It's just Pusheen laying flat like that. And then there's a third one, and I already have a really fun idea for how I'm going to finish them, all as one piece. And it's just done on a 14 count Aida, and it came with the floss and the fabric and everything. So, again, this is harder to stitch on because I'm used to holding, well, watch up here, I'm used to holding my stitching like this and working on it. But I have to hold it down here so you can see it on the camera. So, we'll see how this goes. So tomorrow I'm going actually with a couple of friends they're actually from both my stitching group, the Kitsap Cross Stitchers. We meet on Monday nights in Silverdale, Washington at the Michaels in their classroom. So they're actually in that group with me, but they're also in the Kitsap Knitwits group, which is a knitting group that meets on Wednesday nights. So we're meeting tonight, so that's why I'm trying to get this recorded before I need to leave. At the Barnes & Noble Cafe at the Silverdale Mall in Silverdale, Washington. So both of them have never been to a First Thursday before. So it should be fun. And then we are totally going to have a meal at Cracker Barrel, which is like my favorite restaurant, and Portland is the closest one. I have not had it since we've been back from Scotland, so it has been over 6 years. Over 6 years since I've had Cracker Barrel, and I'm super excited. So, thankfully they were both excited about that too, so we will go have Cracker Barrel while we're in Portland. The Dr. Hubs is very jealous, and I told him we would make a separate Portland trip at some point, because I do want to go to like Powell's Books and such down there. So, yeah. So we will make a separate trip at some point and do that, and that'll be fun. And go to Cracker Barrel, because it has been as long for him since he's had it. So it's been a pretty normal week since Dammy and I recorded last. I will show next week in the podcast, but on Monday night at Stitching Group, we decided once a month to meet an hour early and have an FFO time for anybody who wanted to bring something to FFO. So I took my Country Cottage Needleworks. I think that's right. Countdown to Christmas piece that I did over Advent in December, and then I finished it up actually in January. But I had not FFO'd it yet, and so it reaffirms my decision to never again stitch on linen, because that was a beast to finish. Thankfully, I had the help of Becca Sambry Stitches, who has an amazing floss tube that you should check out, and also Jennifer, who does not have a FlossTube, to help me finish it. And I put pom-poms around it, and then a silver and white glitter bow that I made with jingle bells in the middle on a red. It's a red background with a white frame around it that I got on mega clearance when Joann's was having their after the holidays clearance. So, yeah, so I will show you that next week. I have not posted it on social media yet, but I will at some point. But yeah, so that was fun to do on Monday night, even though it was a beast to deal with. I'm glad to have that finished. I have several other pieces that still need to be FFO'd. I have my Quaker pumpkin. I have my Mill Hill kitty ornament. I have a Very Hilda Yule, because I finished that. Yeah, so all those need to be finished. I have, as I said, the first, or one of the 3 Pusheen pieces done, but I won't finish those until I am done stitching all 3 pieces. So, yeah, so that, but if I take like one a month, if we do this once a month and I take it one a month, then I will be able to get caught up and then get stuff FFO'd quicker. So that was nice to get that done. And other than that, what has this week been? I did our taxes today. I was freaking out at first because I was like, this is not correct. Why is this not coming out correct? I've done our taxes. I always do our taxes. We've never paid somebody to do our taxes. So I always do them. And I was like, something is not correct here. What is going on? What is going on? I was getting really upset because I couldn't figure out. Well, it had imported, I used the same program as last year. It had imported the data from last year, but it had not kept one thing marked that it should have, and it majorly changed our taxes. Majorly, in a very positive way. So, I'm just waiting for I e-filed them, and so I'm just waiting for that to go through, and then when our refund gets here, the plan is, most of it is going to go into savings, but the plan is to get a new couch, because we are currently using 2 hand-me-down couches, which the people in our community came around us when we came back from Scotland. If you're new to the podcast FlossTube, the Dr. Hubbs and Dammy and I lived in Edinburgh, Scotland for 4 years before we moved here to the Pacific Northwest. And the Dr. Hubbs was doing his PhD at the University of Edinburgh. And before we left to go to Scotland, we sold pretty much everything we owned. There was very little that we kept. What we took with us. And my mom has a few, I want to say 2 or 3, like Rubbermaid tubs of sentimental stuff. And the Dr. Hubbs mom has some boxes of some sentimental stuff that they kept for us. Everything else went on the plane with us to Scotland. So when we moved back here, we stayed with some lovely people until we could get into a place of our own. But you know, because we had to buy a car. We were starting from scratch. And so when we got this flat, this apartment, we didn't have anything to furnish it. So we were able to furnish most of it through the generosity of our community. So, but these couches have seen better days. And so I know what I have in mind that I would like to get, but we will have to go sit on couches and see what we can find that we like that is in our price range. So just have to wait for that to come through so that we can do that, and I will be very happy because I will have a new stitching spot. So that'll be great. I'm trying to think what else. I think that is pretty much it. I mean, it's been, like I said, a fairly normal week. This may not be a super, super long stitch with me. Last stitch with me, I was talking about that I needed some accountability because I wanted to get back to doing yoga again. And one of our lovely viewers reached out, and we've been being accountability partners because she was actually needing some accountability too. So I haven't done yoga every day, but I've been doing pretty well with it. There is a 10-minute, to pop my elbow, 10-minute yoga routine on YouTube that was designed for people with fibromyalgia. And so that is my preferred one that I do. That did not pull correctly. Hold on. There is a weird piece of floss hanging out. Let me see if I can fix it right quick. So sorry for the blank screen. There we go. Okay, that was weird. See, this is the problem when I can't hold it up closer to my face. And I'm also using a really light colored floss. Because what I did was I did the outside and the, because this has only got 3 of the 4 colors. This one doesn't have pink in it like the other 2 do. I was like, I'm going to do the outline and I'm going to do the, this other little contrasting color area, and everything else is fill-in of this. And I was like, that'll be perfect for Stitch With Me because then I don't even have to look at a pattern. What was I saying? Yoga. A 10-minute yoga routine for people with fibromyalgia. So I've been doing it. There's also one that I've been having migraines. We changed up my medication regimen, and I've started having more migraines again, which is not good. I've got to talk to my doctor about it. So I can't do that yoga routine when I'm having a migraine. But there is another yoga routine that I found also on YouTube that is actually meant for like after you've traveled and you're like in a hotel room and it's sitting in bed doing it, and you're really just the elements, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but the poses, the moves that you're doing are stretching out like your neck and your shoulders and your back, your spine. So, oops, I split the 8 out. There we go. When I'm having a migraine and I'm still, though, okay enough to do yoga, I can sit in bed and do that, and it's also a 10-minute routine. So that keeps me going. So, I haven't done one every day, but I've done pretty well. So, I'm very pleased with that. So, yeah. So, I'm really grateful for the accountability to be doing that. I'm also trying to walk. Okay, wait, I don't want to do that because this goes over one stitch. Ow! I just stabbed myself with a needle. I'm trying to walk a little bit more. So I've been going a couple times a week when I'm able to the mall and walking just at the mall. And so I'm going to try to do that before knitting group tonight. It just depends on how long it takes to deal with editing and processing this video, because I will not be able to do anything with it tomorrow. It'll be uploaded, or it'll be live on Friday. Well, since you're watching this, like one of our normal videos, but I need to get it dealt with today. So, yeah. All right. Well, we are almost 15 minutes in here. Let me pull my book over here. Let me get my needle to where I can see what I'm doing. So this is the book that I showed y'all last time. 300 writing prompts for hashtag CC Stitch With Me prompts. And so I explained this last week. I'm bleeding from where I stabbed myself. Ouch. So I'm just pulling a prompt or two or whatever and talking about them when I do a stitch with me. So I'm not going to do all of them because some of them are like more like, oh, I would like to like, I mean, they're more like personal, like something you wouldn't want to like, do you know what I'm trying to say? So let's do this one. What is your favorite work of art? What do you love about it? So my favorite work of art is, well, my favorite artist is Vincent van Gogh. Van Gogh is how Dammy tells me I'm supposed to pronounce it. Vincent van Gogh. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what she tells me. I really love his sunflower pieces. In fact, I have hanging on the wall, I think it's the wall just like going into our kitchen, a print of my favorite of the sunflower pieces. I also have, I should have brought it over here, but over here at my desk, which is that way, on the windowsill, I have a wooden postcard that is another one of his sunflower paintings that just sits in the windowsill of my desk. I think I'm attracted to them so much because I love sunflowers so much. They are in my top 3 favorite flowers. What are my other favorite flowers? Gerbera daisies and fire and ice roses. So I think that's what appealed to me about them so much, the paintings. But I also, I mean, I really love his Starry Night. But then also, and I know this is geeky, but hello, this is the Geeky Girls Knit and Cross Stitch podcast / FlossTube, so I can be geeky. I mean, I could be anyway, even if it wasn't that. Okay, have you seen the Doctor Who episode, Vincent and the Doctor? Now, yes, we all know that it is not 100% truthful, because, come on. But that episode makes me cry, and that final scene where the Doctor takes Vincent back to the future, to the museum, and he hears people he sees and hears people looking at his work, and then the museum curator guy talks about how his work impacted the world and everything. Oh, tears coming down my face, and that just made my love for Van Gogh's work even stronger. I just love his work, and I've been able to see some of his work when we were in the UK. When we lived in the UK, we saw some of his work when we visited museums, and so I just love his work. And the sunflowers, oops, hopefully I didn't bump the camera. Sorry about that. His work, I don't know, it just really appeals to me. It's so beautiful, and he's got such a sad story, and his difficulty with mental health and mental illness, and it's just heartbreaking. But the creativity and his artistic vision is just stunning, and I just love it. So there's one question. Maybe let's do another one. Okay, this one's funny. I'm not sure what my answer is going to be yet, but come up with a mathematical formula to express something you know / believe. Example: long Saturday run plus Frappuccino equals happiness. Well, long Saturday run is not accurate for me. I used to run. I missed running. I can't run anymore. Okay, so let's see. So we know that knitting is going to have to be part of the equation. We know cross stitch will have to be part of the equation. We know coffee will have to be part of the equation. We know pink, the color, is going to have to be part of the equation. We know Pink Pearl the kitty is going to have to be part of the equation. Okay, so how about knitting plus cross stitch plus coffee plus Pink Pearl sitting on the couch next to me while I have pink hair. Plus fun TV or a good movie equals contentment. What do we think? Now, don't ask me to repeat that because I'm not going to be able to. I think that's a good one. That one didn't take me as long to answer as I thought it would. Let's see if there's another really short one. What do you look forward to every week? What do I look forward to every week? I look forward to my cross-stitching group. I look forward to my knitting group. I look forward to my mom's group. Now, this is funny, y'all. My mom's group, I'm the old lady. Because, Dammy's in college. She'll be 21 this year. And it was actually very funny when I was on campus last Thursday. I had finished recording with Dammy, and I was walking out to catch the bus so that I could get to the ferry. And this older couple was walking on the campus, and I don't know I can't remember what all happened, but they were like, "Oh, you're the mother of a student? We thought you were one of the students." It's the pink hair. It makes me look younger. Mom's group. So, I have a college-age daughter. One of the moms has a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. I think that's right. One of the moms has 4 kids under 7. I think the oldest is 7. And the other mom has a blended family, and the oldest is 18, just turned 18, and the youngest is 2. So I'm the old lady. So I look forward to my mom's group, though. They're amazing. I love them, and yeah, I really do look forward to that. I look forward to filming the podcast and FlossTube with Dammy on Thursdays. And I look forward to quiet weekends. So that's what I look forward to. Okay, so if you would like to answer any or all of these prompts on your own FlossTube, or if you want to answer them down in the comments on YouTube, or if you want to answer them in the episode thread in the Ravelry group, you're more than welcome to do that. If you do it on your FlossTube, feel free to use the hashtag CC Stitch With Me prompts. Yeah, and we'll pick some more another prompt or prompts next time I do this and talk about them. I think it will be in April. I'm hoping to go down to Acorns and Threads for First Thursday again in April. So, I think we will close here. Got almost 3 rows done of that color. So I'm making good progress on that. Maybe I'll take that in the car with me tomorrow while we're traveling to Acorns and Threads, because that would be an easy one to do while we're driving, since I wouldn't have to look at a pattern. So, yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me today for the Stitch With Me. Excuse me. Dammy usually closes us, and now I can't think what she says. Where you can find us online. You can go to our website, geekygirlsinit.com, and there you'll find links to everywhere we are online. iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Ravelry, etc. As we talked about briefly in last week's episode, we will be revamping our Patreon while Dammy's home for spring break. So stay tuned for that, as we'll be announcing some changes and some new things that we'll be adding. And I think that's it. So until next week, happy crafting, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Pinky, why aren't you laying in the sun? You laying under table on the prize bucket? That whole bucket is full of prizes for owls and such. Oh, you gonna come into the sun? Just say hello? You like the sun, don't you? Did you get too warm? Yeah.